Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan, and this is Ukraine War corrections video. I just get to rant at you about place names in different areas of Ukraine. It serves no other purpose than me just ranting now and then giving a confusion. I mean, I could talk about any number of places. Where am I at the moment? This is the Bakhmut area. We'll go look at, there's a Volodymyrivka. That's a nice sounding place name. Well, it's exactly the same as, I don't know, Volodymyrivka here down by Vuhledar. That's a little bit far away though. Surely there are places that are closer to each other. We've got Krasnohorivka just south of Avdiivka, which is the same as Krasnohorivka just to the north of Avdiivka. Right, do you want the southern one or the northern one just at the same place? We've got Opitny, which is to the south of Avdiivka, or do we want the Opitny just to the south of, I don't know, Bakhmut here? Opitny there. Well, we could have that. We could have this is a good one actually. We can go back to Avdiivka here, and we can go one side of the railway, a Nova Bakhmutivka, and the other side of the railway, Nova Bakhmutivka. I mean, who does that? Who places a village that is, what, 12 kilometers away from a village of the same name? I know what I'm going to call this, Nova Bakhmutivka. Yeah, but what about the one over there? Yeah, but this is another one. This is a new one. It's fine. No one will get confused. It's only, it's 12 kilometers. Really? I mean, you've got Vesely here, just to the south of Avdiivka. You've got another Vesely just to the north of, there we are, north of Bakhmut. You've got a Berestova north of Bakhmut and another Berestova just up here along the axis from, well, I can't even find it at the moment, but it is along the, there it is, Berestova there, just by, don't tell me that's another Volodymyrivka. That's another Volodymyrivka. So that's a third one we just found, just going up in a straight line. It's just absolutely insane. And this happens all over the shot. There's an even, where do I see, Ivanivka there, and an Ivanivka just here, isn't there? Ivanivka there. just down the road. It's just, what are you doing? Anyway, this morning, I could just do that endlessly. There are these all over the shop. And it's not the same as, say, in America or the UK, where you have the same place names, but they're maybe separated by a couple of 100 miles or whatever. You might have one in this state and one in that state and one in that state. Fair enough, but you won't get confused. I mean, these are right next to each other. Anyway, oh my God, I just found another one. I just found another one of what I was going to talk about. Right, so what was I going to... Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. So I'm going to talk to you about Topoli here, but not that one. I'm actually going to talk to you about this one here, but actually I mean to talk to you about this one. That's insane. I can't believe, I didn't even oh my goodness. Right. Anyway, so what happened this morning? I said that the Ukrainians had raised a flag in a town or a village of Topoli that was in the grey zone. And what happened is I started recording the video and then I clocked out the beginning. And so it was right at the beginning, so I just started it again. And I went to Topoli and it didn't render. And I got a bit confused. I was like, I'm sure I just saw the Topoli there. And anyway, I was just looking around for the Topoli, and then there was this one here. I was like, oh, okay, they raised the flag in this Topoli, but that isn't in the grey zone. That's actually quite a long way behind the front lines, behind the Russian defensive line and the other side of the Oskil River. So I got myself confused. And anyway, I just went with it because I was like, there can't be two Topolis that close to each other. Turns out there are three Topolis that close to each other. So this is the one that I genuinely meant. And I originally talked about when I first recorded the video. I went to re-record it and it popped to the other side of the Oskil River. Anyway, that didn't render and I couldn't see the name. So, it turns out there is another Topoli that close. Who knew? Both sides of the Oskil, each side of the Oskil River. That is a Topoli that is only 5.5 kilometers away from the other Topoli. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But do you know what? It is that ridiculous that there is... Oh, look, there's another Berestova there. We just talked about Berestova. There's another tourney. There's a tourney down by the Serebiansky Forest. There's a Novoherivka there. This is... Let's make a game of this. Mykolaivka. What? There's... Oh, this is absolutely incredible. There's the other. There's a third Topoly. But look, there's a rest of a third. Novoherivka, which is the same as the Novoherivka just down here. Novoherivka. This is endlessly entertaining. There's only like 40 place names in Ukraine, and then he just recycle them. Anyway, you might think I'm being overly harsh on Ukraine and that I'm taking a mickey, and actually this is no different from any other country. But I was speaking to Anton, who runs a Ukrainian base.ua Ukrainian charity out there, and I was interviewing him, and he said this is genuinely a problem. Like you give, I guess, coordinates rather than place names, because there are so many names that are just the same up and down the country. Yehidny, there's another Yehidny down by Bakhmut, and this one's up in Kupiansk. It's absolutely incredible that there are so many place names that are the same. Anyway, there you go. I do apologise for making a mistake about Topoly, but as you can see, there are 3 just in the same general area. I mean, that's why I like places like New York. They've named that after the real sort of New York in America, which is actually named after York in Yorkshire in the UK. But that's a New York, and this one's New York. At least they surely won't have a second New York in Ukraine, given the provenance of that name. Anyway, I'm going to go away and just look at even more place names with that are. Look, there's another Vodyanye, as we have the Vodyanye up here as well. But yeah, although that's got a Y instead of an I, but then that could be the transliteration of that anyway. But yeah, that's enough nonsense from me. You get the point, and I'm sure this is going to be something I return to. But this is here now for posterity. I can just refer people to this video and talk about the incredible issue with naming places in Ukraine. Anyway, fun next hour for me as I keep doing this over and over and go. And there's another one. And there's another one.